Great day. Ooh, middle of the week already. Time is flying by. So fast. Ooh, so a couple of things I have to approach today. I was really looking forward to doing another review of The Winter King, which, to my surprise, did not come out this Sunday. And although there's been no official word from the network, or the producers or creators, it's a good guess that it had something to do with the football, the NFL. So I guess they did not want to compete up against it. Therefore, they did not release an episode, which is coming next Sunday. Some things can happen. So I might do a little video saying, hey, don't worry. It'll be back next week, next weekend, next Sunday. Uh, but yeah, I do have enough to keep me busy. Because Ahsoka is always as bad as always. And not by a little bit bad. I mean, it's just. What is this? It's. Yes, folks, it's really that bad. But hey. Because. Okay. Well, 21 hours ago, YouTube is aware that there's some technical difficulties. And yeah, I can definitely say for myself that there are some technical issues because YouTube shows you what to edit, asks you to edit, and then the next thing you know, you've edited and things are not going well. But whatever. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing that every time we refresh a page. Kick does that. I need to fix Kick here. Backslash clear. Boom. There it's gone. Close this one. And then you can pop this one out. This one out will have all the previous messages. And there we go. Abracadabra. So I'm up to 37 followers on Twitch, which is not a lot. It's really not a lot. 37 over a year, man, that's not even, what, 2 a month? Same thing here with kick. I got 14. That's one every month. YouTube though, YouTube's growing. YouTube, I've got over like 60 viewers over the past month, so that's pretty good for me. Still far from the thousands and thousands, but one day at a time, they say, one day at a time. How should I promote my Fortnite games? Should I promote them like gaming sessions, or should I like do a match, cut it, put it back on, something that lasts maybe a minute or two, like cut it down to 1 minute matches, or just a single match? I don't know. Let me know what you think. So other than I've been seeing Ahsoka and it being really crappy, having no Winter King, which, I mean, it had an okay debut, but people were looking forward to the next episode, hoping to being able to enjoy the show, and boom, disappeared. So although I would agree that a lot of the viewers might have been also fans of the NFL, they can always watch it in rerun. Yes, the numbers would have been down, but it kind of feels like, okay, they canceled the show after 2 episodes, and people are going to be watching other things. So we'll just have to wait and see here. Okay. And I myself will be right back because I have a cat that's annoying as you guessed it. Hopefully we don't get any distractions. Strangely enough, when I look at the little thumbnails on my things, all we see is me getting up and down from this chair. Oh. Ooh. And that's where it needs to be. Also, on another subject. Ooh. I've seen another episode of Invasion. And yep, I'm really enjoying this show. And once more, I did not expect the show to go where it went. I am not sure it is going in the right direction, but I did enjoy what I saw yesterday. But now there's like several cast members, and 2 weeks ago we followed one, then last week we followed another, and now we're going back to the other one. And what I thought we were going with one turns out to be something else. And now instead of having one downed alien ship, we have a dozen of them. Sorry, spoilers. So today, definitely need to work on Ahsoka and Invasion. Ooh. And I'm wondering if I should not put myself a tin hat on my head when I'm talking about the invasion. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people like comedy. That's about the kind of comedy I can do. I'm not sure I should be wearing a tin hat. People would not take me seriously after that. Okay, we need to take a screenshot of all this. Because it is something that doesn't happen every day. And I'm hoping that the trend will continue, but you just never really know. There we go. Oh. Yep, the other 2 nights I did have to take a little something to help me sleep. Last night, not so much, but I, again, fell asleep like a brick. Except I'm noticing because I'm tossing and turning a lot more in my sleep, and my neck is really stiff in the morning. Not easy being old. Really not easy. So. Hey, all of you subscribers, where are you? Why are you not listening into the show? It's all good though, because we are 15 minutes in. You'll listen to me rant another 15 minutes. And okay. Bald Baboon, 7 hours ago. I am thoroughly enjoying this game as well. Okay. I do not appreciate the ridiculous reaction games like the common PvP shooter out there. Or turn-based ones. I love Chaos Gate or XCOM 2. Well, uh, we do run a list of mods that we all agreed on. Uh, uh, I can only share it in Discord. Discord private uh in a private message. I cannot share the link openly because of copyright issues. uh, should be a link to my email address and my YouTube profile. Okay. I have been playing MechWarrior franchise for over 25 years, so yes, I like its different change of pace. Hey, boxing, how's it going? And another reply. And yet I am willing to torture myself by playing Fortnite. What's up, Jeep? How am I doing today? I am doing super good. About to play some Spider-Man Miles Morales. I have to use my PS Premium membership to play a bunch of games this week because it's about to expire. Sony and everybody else has raised their subscription prices. Yes, 30 to 35%. Not a surprise. So I will probably never resub to their services ever. I agree with that message. Looks like you and me are going to be playing a lot of Fortnite together. Woohoo! And by a lot, well, some. As much as we can handle. Like, we play whatever we play. I don't know if I'm just gonna stream like match by match by match, or am I gonna stream the entire 2 hour session or 1 hour session, depending on how. It goes fast though. I was playing yesterday, and before I know it, I've been at it for 2.5 hours, and it felt like just 2 or 3 games. So obviously, it's not gonna be like my 14 hours streaming of Make Warrior, but yeah, I don't know exactly what the formula is gonna be for Fortnite, but yeah, when I play Halo, time flies. Well, the guy, I don't know if you realized yesterday, was asking me, "Do you like the game yet? Do you like the game yet?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'm Games are very slow for me to discover if I like them or not." I mean, okay, put me in a Formula One simulator with a steering wheel and all that stuff, and I could probably tell you within the first lap or two if I'm enjoying the game or not. But for me, I haven't played a shooter game in since forever, so I cannot judge it. I mean, I think the last shooter game I played was Rainbow Six, and I couldn't even tell you what title it was, but it was like 20, 25 years ago. So no, I've never played any GTA games. Well, the thing that puts me off is that, as a motorcycle driver and as a driver on the street, people getting into cars, running over people, and getting into accidents was never my thing. I'm like, I blame GTA for a lot of, because I've ridden a motorcycle, and not one day is there not a car cutting into my lane, changing lanes, that did not put the flashers, that are doing it recklessly, so you have to always pay 200% attention, otherwise you end up dead in the ditch. And I blame that driver getting his driver's license from GTA rather than having a driver's course. That's been my personal view on that. Having said it, I never played it just because of the bad rep it had in the initial release of the original game. But, I mean, people are bad drivers for all kinds of reasons. Just like texting while they're driving. That has nothing to do with GTA, but they're still texting on their phone while driving. So, so I never got across to that. So no, my first and last first person shooter was Rainbow Six. Something about an organization, and I didn't even play against people. We were like squads of four, and I had to put lines where I wanted my squads to go, and put a stop here when we're gonna breach a door to get into a certain place, and I would play in my character, and then okay, everybody set the explosives in place, click the button, detonate it, let's go in and shoot everything. I agree with you. They've been doing that since forever, but if you lived here where I live, uh, if you ride for an hour, there's at least three people that cut you off. So if you ride for 14 hours, everybody's cut. Here, it's extremely dangerous. Whereas I go to the United States, I go to other provinces, and the person driving the car is, putting their hand out to tell the motorcycle to go ahead, which you do not see here in the province of Quebec. And in Quebec, you try to pass them legally on, dotted lines and whatnot, and the car actually goes into the other lane to prevent you from passing them. They hate motorcyclists with a passion here. That might be true, but I've only seen YouTubes of kids having fun crashing their cars and running over people over and over and over again. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying the way that uh, I was never big into shooters. They were always too fast for me and the likes. Yeah, we have 10 wheelers here. Except they're mostly from other provinces, so they are actually pretty cool. Yes, sometimes they don't see us, but that's normal. When you're a truck driver, you know that you can't see these little motorcycle dudes. The other thing about the truck driving industry is that they get paid per delivery, not paid per time that they are on the road. So now everybody's using, I don't know what they call it, but the pills to keep them driving 24 hours a day. So they are out of it even though they're awake. So that's another issue altogether. Well, yes, every SUV thinks they are the king of the road. So they make it hard for even the cars, and especially even if you drive a Tesla. The big diesel trucks like pulling up in front of them and just downshifting to have all that black smoke go in the face of a Tesla electric car. There is no hope for mankind. Why are we trying to save this planet? Mankind does not deserve to survive. Yeah, I know. I've seen it. And good on you if you have the money. I'm guessing in the current economy, a lot of those trucks are going to end up for sale. Not many people can afford doing that nowadays. The economy is apparently September's going to be a very rough month for a lot of Americans having their kids go back to school. And yeah, like you say, everything is jacking up like 30 to 35%. The price of living, everything is going up by 35%. So watch out. A lot of those trucks, people will be selling them to buy themselves some Teslas, which is not necessarily a better thing, but yeah. I'm just replying to people because I did my little impersonation of the Macho Man yesterday. I have never gotten so many thumbs up and replies to any of my. I live in Dallas and here are a lot of rich people here, although there are a lot of poor, yeah. We have a ton of rich people but half of the rich people are going to end up poor and there'll still be half rich that'll be getting richer. That's the thing. And as long as those rich people don't realize what is happening, things will not change. But having half of the rich people become poor overnight, might start changing people's opinions about things. Who knows? We will just have to see when we see. Ooh. Also, yesterday I was watching the trailer to Equalizer 3, and that too also blew up. A lot of people was looking at that. So it seems like it might have to be something I have to go and watch. Fun fact you may not know about DFW. I don't know what DFW is, Dallas. Fort Worth area is the most populous place in the US. We have 2 times as many people that are in the New York City. Okay. I don't know what DFW is. I would have said downtown something something Dallas, but I don't know. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because Dallas has always been a very industrious city. Oh, my little kitty cat wants in. Oh, let's go and get him in. My little kitty cat needs to go and use the litter box, but in 2 minutes he'll want to go back outside, so he's going to be here trying to bother me. We're trying to go through the. Yeah, so. Okay. And I have yet to look at the trailer of. What was it on my to do list? Uh. Killers of the Flower Moon. So I have yet to look at the trailer for that one, which I'm going to do today, this afternoon. I have to do that. I need to do a review of Ahsoka that I saw yesterday and made me want to vomit. And then I need to do a review of Invasion, which was really good. I am surprised how good that show is. I did not expect it to be at the same level as, let's say, Foundation. Fort Worth, okay. And all the cities connecting Arlington, Plano, Mesquite, Garland, and other subcities. They are majority developed, all part of the greater Dallas area. Okay. But yeah, I mean, New York is going down. It's just like Los Angeles is going down. Two very artsy cities that currently are confused. Although New York has always, even though there's more population in Dallas, I think you have a more diverse population in New York. I might be mistaken. It's like Montreal. Montreal, you go down to Montreal, you rarely meet a Canadian-born person there or a French-speaking Quebecer in Montreal. It's mostly everybody from all around the world. Now, I don't want to put a tin hat on and call them and be called a racist to be, it's mostly immigrants. So, yes, you can have Italians, you can have Irish, you have a lot of Iraqis, Indies, Arabs, Chinese, Vietnamese. You have all of these ethnicities in Montreal, and like 25% white speaking Canadians, and then maybe another 20% or 15% French speaking Canadians. And everybody else is ethnic from one region or another from the globe. But go out of Montreal and then it's an entire different story. Outside of Montreal, you have a couple of English speaking Canadians in certain areas that we would like to call ghettos, but then it's mostly French speaking Quebecers, Canadians. It's really weird. And I don't know if I said this lately, but my doctor's from Montreal, and even though I moved 9 hours away from him, he's still my doctor because I can't get another doctor here without waiting 5 years on a waiting list. So he fills up my paperwork to have my blood tested every year for cholesterol and whatnot. I bring it here to the nurse, and she looks at it, and it's all in English, and decides not to do my blood work because it's in English. Even though legally we are a bilingual country, that's how the French feel about the English. So I am really a fish out of water here. Also, when you said we have fast internet in Texas, A&T headquarters is in Dallas, so your internet infrastructure has to be good. Uh, the biggest provider of internet in the US. Yeah. My internet flipped last night and I was really, really scared about it. I mean, my internet went down for 5 minutes. And I was trying to look up on my phone, see what was going on, and no outages were reported. And it came back. And when it came back, everything was very slow and sluggish. But strangely enough, I could not find a report of an outage of internet in my area, which was really, really weird. Yep, New York is more diverse. We mainly have Mexicans, whites, blacks, Pakistanis, Indian, and Chinese there. Yep. I can't say we have many Mexicans here in Montreal. We do have some. I mean, my sister dated the son of a famous Mexican singer, which obviously I've never heard of the singer, but my sister dated a Mexican for, I don't know, maybe a couple of months, like 30, 40 years ago. But yeah, okay. Did not know that we had many Mexicans here in Quebec. Well, Texas and New Mexico used to be very, very Mexico. So, yeah. I guess. I don't know how all of that works. I mean, you don't see many Canadians immigrating to the US. Although if you go to Florida and in the mobile park homes, you'll see a lot of Quebecers there. They do spend, the 6 months of winter that we have down there, but then they come back to their country. And we don't have very many Americans immigrating to Canada. So it's kind of weird having this largest unguarded border. But we are currently experiencing a lot of Mexican immigrants coming in illegally through Canada, through the United States. So that's a problem that's rising, and obviously our government's not doing anything about it. So we will have to see down the line how that works out. Our government likes having a lot of immigrants because, it creates all kinds of issues which the government likes to pass laws to address. So it makes the government feel important having to deal with issues that they create for not dealing with them initially. Wow. As a taxpayer, I am not happy with my current government. But yeah, you guys do have a large border with Mexico, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people want to leave Mexico because the cartels run everything there and there's no decent jobs, safe jobs. They just want a better life and move into the States. And on the other hand, I have a feeling that the Americans put the cartels in charge of Mexico because we obviously could not win the war on the cartels. So I have a feeling that the Americans decided to it's better to deal with the evil we know rather than the devil we don't, kind of a thing. And no, I don't think that making a wall would solve anything, but Mexico needs to address its own issues, and until that happens, you guys are going to have that problem. Yes, I did see Sicario. I saw that many years ago because it's an old movie now. I don't know how many years, but it could be already like 7 or 8 years since I've seen that one. And I did like it. I did like it. It's about the same time I used to watch a lot of. I forget the names of the shows now, but there was a couple of shows on cartels back in the day. And if I'm not mistaken, they came out with a second Sicario, if not a third. I have not seen those ones, but I did see the original. It was a lot of fun. It was entertaining, it was different. Oh, Holy Lord. Mm. Yeah, it was. I liked it. Well, maybe I did see the part two, and maybe I did. Like I said, at my age, my memory's getting so bad. So I kind of remember the scenes around the table with the family there in the first one. I don't remember anything from the second movie if I did see it. If I didn't see it, that would explain why I don't remember it. But me being so old, I am not remembering having seen it. I do know who that is, and I've seen a couple of his movies, therefore I don't know. I cannot. I only brought it up because that's what you were talking about is exactly what happened. Yeah. Yeah. It was a good movie. I mean, if people don't know what to watch nowadays, because Hollywood's on strike and everything's bloody crappy now. And well, not everything. Like, I'm finding the hidden gems. So I'm talking about those. The Fellowship and everybody else is talking about how Disney and all of these other movies are really crap and whatnot. The only one that I cover with them is like Ahsoka, because I really like the character of Ahsoka. And it's a travesty what they're doing to that character in this live series, live adaptation of this character. I watched it yesterday and I'm like, man, I am really, really disappointed. Well, you know what? I didn't like them back in the day. Like, okay, I don't know if you've seen Rambo First Blood. Rambo First Blood was this veteran trying to come back home and being treated like a criminal and fighting for your life against your own government, your own people, your own citizens. It was really, really, I mean, I was amazed. Then in the second, third, fourth, fifth installment of Rambo, it became something else. I did not like, back in the days, I did not like those movies. I really loved the first one, but then didn't like the other ones. I really liked the first Terminator. I did not like the other Terminators. First Blood was bloody amazing. You know, the only, I guess, sequels I liked back in the day other than Star Wars was Mad Max. Strangely enough, I never saw the first Mad Max because I think it was rated for adults and never saw it. No network would put it on. So if you didn't see it in the theaters, then you would not see it on the television. It's only with the invention of the internet that I discovered that there was an original first movie to it and watched it and understand why we didn't see it back in the day. But I liked the second and third ones. You liked it? He was barely in it. It was all, what's her name? Carlisle Theron. She was the star of the movie, which I really like her as an actor, but it's not, she's not Mad Max. So I'm like, that was kind of the beginning of the woke movement in terms of what I saw. I mean, we were replacing the original main actor of a show with somebody else, and it's a woman saving women. Which, if you saw the other two Mad Maxes, Road Warrior and Beyond Thunderdome, I mean, Beyond Thunderdome had Tina Turner as the evil, bad girl in there, and she was really good back then and did a good job. And I really liked that movie, even though I kind of found it cheesy. But Road Warrior, the second one, was absolutely phenomenal. I really liked it. Yeah, he was a supporting actor. So even though I like the cars, I like the desert chases, a lot of things that I did like in it, having him balance from a stick on a car there. But then you got to the people using paint to paint their tongues and stuff. I mean, I just completely disconnected from that, which is kind of funny because now that we brought it up, when I was playing yesterday for the first time Fortnite, people use spray cans to heal you, and I had the flashback from Mad Max. So I did not like that Mad Max because if you've never seen the original Mad Max Road Warrior that was shot in Australia and it's an all Australian cast, where he used to be a cop and why he became mad, because he was an okay guy and he turned mad, and that's why he's called Mad Max. You really need to see the first movie. You understand why the guy loses it and becomes the way that he became in the second and third movie. So if you've seen the other two, I always thought that Road Warrior was the first one and Beyond Thunderdome was the second one. And then when we invented the internet, I discovered that I was all mistaken and there was actually a first movie made in Australia. It is triggering. It is triggering, but they still manage to not show too much. But there is a reason why that police officer lost the gasket and became Mad Max. Well, then you're missing something. You're definitely missing something. So, out of the three, well, the first one will explain why Mad Max is mad. The second one is the best one. And the third one is just an entertaining watch. So, yeah, I do recommend that. Mad Max is one of the all time. So, yeah, back to the sequels of the 80s. I liked the first Rambo, I didn't like the sequels. I liked the first Terminator, I didn't like the sequels. They were making so many sequels back in the day that, you know, I love Conan, the first one. The second Conan, meh. And I watched Red Sonja, was also meh. I mean, I still love the fantasy and all that stuff, but they were never as good as the original. So the only sequels back in the day, other than Mad Max, that were any good were the Rocky franchise. Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, before it started getting diluted in Rocky 5. But the first four Rockies were rock solid sequels that I really enjoyed. Well, because they get diluted with merchandising and all kinds of other things. Creed movies, there's a lot of controversy there. Sylvester Stallone, having written the original Rockies, does not have the rights to Rocky. And the family that has the rights to that decided to copy the Rocky story onto the Creed. So if you're enjoying Creed, you're enjoying the original work from Sylvester Stallone that does not have the rights to his property, which is not his property, but he doesn't have the rights to it. And they're not willing to give him any rights to it. They're just copying it. And initially, he was kind of part of it because he does have appearances in it. But then in the last one, they just decided to completely cut him out without a notice, without a pink slip, without nothing. And that's really a shame because, like you watch Rambo and you see this guy and you think, okay, this guy's all muscle, no brains. But then you discovered that he actually wrote the script for Rocky. And he had such talent. Everybody could, get behind Rocky as a character. It was really, really good. And it surprised me and it gave me a respect for Sylvester Stallone and not him just being a musclehead. And there was a competition back in the day between him and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And you could see the split where Sylvester Stallone was the better actor and Arnold became the more oriented towards action. Okay, well, see, I did not know that. I mean, let's face it. Okay, even though Sylvester doesn't have the rights to Rocky, uh, we are talking about people that are filthy rich that can probably do with or without whatever, you know. You still have to introduce me to your brother-in-law, apparently, but that's another discussion. I mean, yeah, these actors have had their careers, were able to drive their Ferraris and whatnot. We're not, comparing apples and oranges, I guess. So, yeah, if he based his entire story on something else and kind of stole somebody's, how can I say, it would be nice if he would say that his story was inspired by somebody else's life experiences. But then he also acted the role and he did a really good job. So that's all I'll say about Sylvester Stallone. Because obviously, The Expandables, which is not a rich storytelling, but it's a lot of action, it's a lot of retired action heroes banding together. That's why I liked it. But I don't care for this story. It's just another sequel to another sequel to another sequel. Yeah, well, oh man, stuff. Weird how people, instead of finding the person, they're looking for an idea. That is so what's wrong with everything in society today. People chasing ideas instead of knowing themselves, knowing what they like, finding people they're, you know, getting along with and having a good exchange and a good thing. I just think that a lot of people are just lost, especially the younger. Like, I don't know if you noticed this yesterday when I was playing for the first time Fortnite and playing with these 10 years old. And then you play with people that are in their 20s and 30s, and they're like, yes, these young kids, all they care about is winning, getting as many kills as they can within the shortest amount of time. And even that last person I was playing with, at the beginning of the match, he was like, do you think we're going to win? Do you think we're going to win? He's like, I need to stop thinking about it because it's not. Even the 10-year-old recognizes that it's not healthy thinking about winning all the time. He doesn't care for playing with people he gets along with. He's not there to have fun with other people. He is just there to win. He's like 10 years old, 12 years old. And every time he gets into a match, the only thing he can think of is winning at all cost. I don't know how you're going to play. We just need to get on and play and see how things go. Like, I met another guy yesterday, but he plays it professionally, and apparently he made like $500 off of it, which is not a huge sum of money, but you can see that there are people playing this game professionally, and he was showing me all kinds of goodies and stuff. I mean, none of that I remember today. Where to go, where to get the things, where to do all of this. You just have to keep playing over and over again to find out where all the good loot is. But you can see that he was also playing to win. So it was strange for me. And then I played with another guy that I think he was totally chill, totally, I think, out of it. And I really had a hard time following him because he knew what he was doing. I did not. But he kept asking me, are you okay? Are you following me? Are you this? Are you that? But he was just doing his thing and kept asking me if I could keep up with him. People play Fortnite very, very competitively. It's a world of difference if you've watched my games of MechWarrior. We play that game seriously. We don't want to die. We want to achieve our missions. But it's all about the friendship and the camaraderie and just having us old folks hanging together and having fun. It's a very different mentality. So I'm still gonna be, yeah, after I finish, I'm still gonna do the reviews of Ahsoka and Invasion. I might watch that if there's a trailer to that thing, the Flowers of Death thing. I don't remember the title. I'll have a reaction to that video. And then I'm gonna get into Fortnite until later on today. I don't know what to do. Everybody liked my impersonation of the Macho Man, but he was like the only wrestler to this day I love to hate. I really hate him. And again, it's the only one that I can imitate. I can't imitate Hulk Hogan or the Ultimate Warrior or The Rock. I can't do the eyebrow thing. So I don't know how I'm going to top that short, but I'll try. I'll try to find something. Ah, the world is such a weird place. It was so weird for me getting into Fortnite and seeing all of these players being so competitive. I thought, you'd play with like 10, 12 years old. I've played like with 10 and 12 years old in other games throughout the years. Over the past 20 years of playing online, I've played with kids. And usually, it's all about, hey, look, I got this outfit on, or hey, I found this gun. It wasn't about being so competitive, which today, I saw that yesterday, and I went to bed thinking, wow, winning at all costs. Winning, winning, winning. It's the only thing on your brain. Wow. I mean, it's okay to be competitive, but be a sore loser. And they kind of are, but they want to reload into another game right away because we need a win. We need a win. I mean, I wonder what Jordan Peterson thinks of that. Okay, so if it's made by Apple, I'll have a look at it. So I'm guessing you're going to be playing your PlayStations and you won't be available this afternoon to play it. Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah. I'll go and see the trailer later on this afternoon. But for right now, I need to get some food into me. I need another cup of coffee. I need to start doing my reviews of these 3 videos that I want to do. And then I'll be ready to go into Fortnite. If you're available, good. If not, I understand that you want to squeeze out every single last moment of your PlayStation membership. Okay, yes. Let's get into it. We don't have to play for forever and ever. I mean, 1 hour is plenty for me. Then I can go and do other things and come back to it and play another hour and do something else. And it's not a kind of a game that I can play 14 hours straight like I do with MechWarrior. It's just so different. But I'm happy that you mentioned Zero Build yesterday because I don't know if you saw the video of the regular Fortnite where you have to build stuff. Man, people were building stuff at speed lightning and giving me shit for not knowing how to build anything. So it's just easier to go into Zero Build and not have to build anything and just walk around the map and try to survive and kill the others. But there's 50 people on the server. That's a lot of people to kill. It's not like 4 or 16 or it's not 16 versus 16. It's just 2 people taking on the world. It's not an easy thing to do. So, okay. Thank you for the entertaining discussions as always. I am going to have to wrap it up here because I am hungry. I do need another cup of coffee. I need to focus on getting out those 3 reviews. And I'll be back on a little bit later. And for all my viewers out there, thank you for watching. If you like the content, please like and share and subscribe. It would really help out the channel. And I will see you later. Be safe out there. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Uh, whether it is on Twitch, YouTube, come and talk to me in Discord. The links are in my profile. It's easy to find. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you again so much.